今日何曜日？It's Today is August 31st, 2024 here in Pacifica, California. 12 miles south of San Francisco, 5767, that's 14 to 19 degrees Celsius. Real quick sip, a couple things I'm going to be talking about today. I've been doing a lot of moving things around out here, outdoors. But just these boys and girls are a mix. I have some Yozakuras and I have some Miyukis, my forever babies that were born last year that are still with me. These little ones over here, they're about 2.5 months old now, born this year. Pure Yozakuras. I'm somebody locally that wanted to pick a few up, and I typically do not home them to other places until they go through the winter, just because during the winter they're going to color up and all that. Right now at this stage, I don't even know what they're going to look like next year when they are ready to breed. But these are big enough size wise. You do not want to rehome them when they're super tiny, just because you don't know what's going to happen to them. I'm pretty confident that these boys and girls will make it through the winter at this size. And again, the color's still developing. There's no guarantee, but they will be going to their new parents tonight. So the way I do that is I scoop them up, and then I acclimate them with new water, which I have here. Dechlorinated water, just half by half, and then I will proceed to I think it's about right now. I'll proceed to put them in over here, and what's going to happen is nothing is going to happen. Basically, what's going to happen is it's going to allow me to observe them from the side to make sure there are no deformities. Making sure that there's at least, a good ratio of males to females, so that this new owner can have fun with them next year. It's something that I think it's important. So, again, I haven't gone through the process of going through them, making sure that the gills are opening, making sure that the right and left fins are symmetrical, making sure that the back is not bent, making sure that their eyes are clear. So there's a lot of things that you should look for if you are passing them on to somebody else. So that's what this is. But before I get any further, I'll talk about this thing right here. It's kind of ugly. It didn't turn out too well in this. So, man, let me just take a real quick. By the way, this beer it's all because of you, Fire Harp Son. Oh, that's the best beer of the day, the best sip of the day. But the next best sip of the day is from, is it Nico Fish or Neko Fish, son? Domo arigato. Neko Fish, Nico. I think he is a he, but domo arigato for becoming a certified MedakaHead. Let me just take a real quick sip. Oh boy. Oh, all right. So, I'm just going to talk about what's been going on over here. I know I showed what I was doing about a week ago. It's a quick update. So this month, I guess, or next month, September, right? I'm going to be doing a giveaway. This is pretty much the last bag of gecs that I have left. And I sold a couple cases of them this year. It seems like people are loving it, and I've used a lot of food available in Japan, and they're like, what is different with this? It's like, when it comes from a big company, they do all the scientific research and all that stuff. So, everything in there is nutritious and good. But not only that, this is super easy to use. It's easy to crumble them into smaller pieces. So you could feed them at basically various sizes of their development, right? Either fry, young juveniles, and all that stuff. And I know, man, this is glare. Even with this glare deflector, it's really difficult, but that's why I use the Gex. So I'm going to be giving this away to people that join or become members of the MedakaHead society or whatever. And you go on YouTube, you hit right next to the subscribe button, there is a join button. You can't do this on your mobile device. It's kind of weird. You got to go online, like on your web browser, on your computer, whatnot, and hit it. And then you just become a member. There's a little fee, but I think it'll be worth it. You'll be automatically entered into a drawing that I will do at the end of September. And I will, this is yours. Super versatile. This is the growth version. I figure the growth is going to be the most versatile use. On top of that, like I've never ordered, but I ordered these stickers from Sticker App. It's really hard to peel, and the color is too dark. I don't know. I updated, or I put this up on Instagram, but it's really hard to peel. I don't know why. The color is kind of too darker than what I wanted it to be, but it says basically MedakaHead or whatever. So all the members, if you provide me your address via DM on Instagram or something like that, I will send it to you. All the previous members, or the members already, such as Fox Suck-san. Oh boy. Let me get my notes. Lindsay's Tank-san, Rocky's Garage-san, Ann H-san, Jan Nolta-san, Nino Franklin-san, and the newest 3 members, Christian Aquino-san, Mr. Gold Arm-san, and Lauren Marshall-san. Just hit me up on Instagram, DM me MedakaMetal with your who you are and your address, and I'll send it out to you. If you don't have Instagram, just contact me some way, and we'll figure it out. All right. So that's what this is. I think maybe it was Fire Harp-san or Rocky's Garage-san. They said, you should make stickers like a week and a half ago. So I did. So we'll see how this goes. There's only a tiny bit. So, all right. Going up with the updates. I just reset these. So I had these tubs. What these tubs were last week or until a couple days ago, I put some eggs from some of the lineages that I was keeping indoors, like the metal riff, which I call them, which are cross of the Red Cliffs and the Midnight Frills, and I threw some eggs in here for them to grow. And this is what I have. They are, so the dates on here, that's when the eggs were. So add about 10 days to this. So that's how old they are. So you figure they're about like a month and a half to 2 months possibly. But some are bigger than others. But as you can see, this is all I have. I had 3 tubs full of eggs. How many eggs did I have? I probably had 30 eggs each, but this is all I have. This is like this is probably like 20, I think, max. But these were the ones that survived in Pacifica temperatures. Okay, in contrast, now, I brought out the babies from the garage last week, right? And I've been counting them just because I wanted to see how many of them will survive. And I could tell you, they all survived, so they were all okay with the transition. Not, living in the garage, it's all room temperature, but now when you're out here, it gets really hot during the day. Not too hot here in Pacifica, but it gets pretty hot, and then at night, it chills off. So, but I am happy to report that every single one of them are alive. These are the metal riffs, basically, from what I had in the garage. And What I do need to say is, man, they grew. The power of the sun, man. They are the fish of the sun. The sun just gives them these nutrients, these vitamins that need for them to just like grow out, like so. I have not observed them from the side yet, but they're growing. They're looking really nice. As you can see, that's the look that I love right there. I don't know if you have the Taigaiko running in the background, and then you have the wide fin. You can see from the top the wide fin, and the tip of the fins is all kind of emerald blue, greenish. But as you could see, even from the same dad and mom, you have lighter ones and you have darker ones. So this was from the garage too. No, this isn't. This one over here. I brought this over here. I'm highly unorganized. A lot of people have been asking me about these grills. These grills are purchased from Daiso. And this is what they look like. There's different sizes, right? This is what they look like. So look for these at Daiso. Wire nets, that's what they're called. Different sizes. If you have the Costco branded 27 gallons, you need to get 2 of these, and then you put a zip tie over here to make it into one big. I haven't done this with this. Let me just take a real quick sip. Oh boy. This tub over here, it's kind of upside down, but this tub was on the very left in the garage where I had my red cliffs. And after a week, they're doing well, and they grew a lot, man. They're not coloring up yet, but they did grow a lot compared to how they look like when they're in the garage. So again, the sun does magic wonders. I'm still just floating them in this and all that. All right, so this is just, what is this? Oh, this is something that I brought. These boys and girls were always outside, and they're getting big. These are probably like the metal riffs that I kept in a bucket since like a bucket like this since they were eggs, and I grabbed those. I'm trying to go through everything that I have, and at the same time I'm trying to get rid of everything that's inside outdoors, so they could enjoy the sun, so that they can enjoy the sun and grow and then have fun. Now this tub over here is something different. These are the ones, they're actually older. They're almost close to 3 months old. They were bred, the eggs were kept indoors, and they were in the aquarium. Whenever you saw aquarium videos of the little fry indoors, I brought these boys and girls out last week. They've been out here. I counted every single one of them. And again, they're surviving. So we'll see how they do. This is a mixed batch. I have the metal riffs, which are a cross between the red cliff and the midnight frills, llama type, and the obvious ones that you could see over here, they are straight red cliffs. For me, it's okay for me to mix them just because I know which one's what at this point. Later on, since I'm not breeding them they're too young to breed, by the way, but and I don't collect eggs, even if they did. When it becomes time, I will select the male and the females that I want to use, and I'll know basically what their lineages are, so I don't worry about that too much. For me, it's more important to kind of keep them by like size, so the smaller ones do not get bullied and killed, because Medakas, they're territorial, they'll kill them. Smaller ones will get pecked on and they'll die eventually. So this is what this tub is. Again, I think today I'll dump them in this larger tub that they're floating in. I'm not going to do it while it's hot just because I know that the water temperature here in the tub that's floating on top of here is warmer than this. Whenever I'll probably dump this whole thing in tomorrow morning. Free Willy style, per se, man. Was it Willy or what was that movie? It was that Orca movie, but Free Willy. And they should be able to grow to their maximum potential for me so that I could discover new beauties for next season and all that stuff. And during the winter, I'll see how they develop, or in spring of 2025. It'll be pretty awesome to see how they develop and all that stuff. Let me see if I could, again, none of these I've checked for deformities. I just haven't, but there's a few, like this one over here I friggin' love. Let me see if I could, no. Doing this thing one-handed is pretty hard, like this one. Ooh. Did I get, no. I got the right one, but I got two. Let me see. Are there two? No, there's only one. I got the wrong one. That's a red cliff, by the way. Was it this one? And this one. Let me see. Let me see if we could see how they look like from the side. Regardless of what you do, the most important thing is that their body structure, you don't have bent backs and all that. You want to have good head shape where it doesn't look like a helmet. You want to make sure, but again, at this stage, they're small. Typically, I won't even try to figure out which ones are good or not until they grow a little bit bigger, so that I can see that's a female on the left. The one on the bottom that's a female. It seems like I'm stuck with a lot of females. Females tend to look better than males. But I like how perky they are. Actually, it's pretty exciting for me to be looking at them right now just because I have not looked at them from the side. But that's the look that I'm looking for. It's like black. It has the bluish turquoise lame with the tip of the wide, that's a wide fin, right? The tips being, oh boy, metallic looking. But all right, let me just put these little ones back. I don't really like playing with them at this stage. They're still little, they're still young. There is a possibility that I could accidentally hurt them. That's a red cliff right there. But whoa, man, it's getting pretty hot over here in Pacifica. I'm just sweating. But all right, so that's what I am doing today over here. If you're still here with me, I should go around. Let me just go around. Oh boy. These are the red cliffs from outside, by the way. Okay. So this is what I do. These were born indoors. The parents are from indoors. And I've been collecting eggs. And I put eggs in these little containers. Let me see if I could zoom in. Majority are, it's not letting me zoom, but the majority are still eggs in there. And when I see the first 2 or 3, or here, can you see those eggs? Those black dots, those are the eyes and the body. When I see a few develop, what I've been doing when it's warm is I just bring it out over here like this. So this was in blue, methylene blue. I use methylene blue to keep the fungus away. And when it gets close to their hatching, I basically put in regular water. And when I see the first few hatch, to get them to transform into outdoor capable medakas, I bring them outside. And I just brought these babies outside today. So brand spanking new water with some green water from some old water over here. I do that just because there's a lot of phytonutrients, phytoplankton nutrients in this green water over here. So what I do is I put some of it in here, assuring that there is some nutritional value in the water, and then I float them like this. And I use a clip like this from Daiso, and I just clip them. If I could do this. All right, so it doesn't float around. What I will do tomorrow is I will dump some of this water out and then introduce some new. And eventually, I'll just toss them in here. And same thing with this. Another small container. This container is awesome from Daiso. You could find it in the kitchen section. There's some eggs over here. I think I saw like one hatch. These are the red cliffs that I had indoors. Clip them up. Tomorrow I'll exchange some water. And you could already see it's the water. This is new water, but it's kind of green, right? Because I put some of the mother water from the other tank, and I'll let them loose over here. So that's what this is. I only have here in Pacifica probably another month and a half of this gorgeous weather, and the goal is to try to get them to a certain size so that they can survive during the winter here. And the biggest thing is seeing how they develop over the winter, so that springtime comes, man. That's like opening up a Christmas present from Santa Claus. You start looking at them, it's like, how have they colored up? How have they, matured? Or how many do I have left? I'm not really super worried about keeping a lot, just because the strong ones will survive. And what does that mean? Strong genes, man. It doesn't mean the beautiful one is going to be the best. It could look good, but if it's weak, it's not going to pass on that gene. So just remember, make sure that body structure wise, they are perfect. Number 2, they are strong. They're able to survive in a lot of different water parameter fluctuations. And then you collect the eggs from there. So I don't know if I mentioned this over here. Miyuki's from, man, I don't know, of a line that I've had for maybe 5 years, and they're strong. All I did was I had some eggs, I threw them in here. This water has not been changed. I've been adding a little bit of the water, and the ratio of their survival compared to these newer lineages, I mean, there's probably around 20 in here, and it's just like a 1 week worth of mop of eggs. And you see some darumas, but they're surviving, and these babies are strong. So it really depends on the lineage, where they're coming from, and what they're used to when it comes to them. These babies are strong too. I mean, look how small the container is. It's probably like 2.5 gallons, right? I just change out the water once a week, and they're good to go. Good to go as in they're healthy as hell, and they're going to live for probably 2 to 3 years after I remove them from this tiny little clear case into their forever home, which is a 27 gallon. So, all right, it seems like it got too long today, but that is all I have, because my beer is running out. So again, domo arigato for the beer funds, the beer, the support, all you MedakaHeads, the members, and hopefully, well, somebody will get the Gex, but Oh boy. Hopefully it's worth spending the time to look at and view these beautiful Medakas. Again, these babies and girls will be handed over to a new family tonight. So, all right. Remember, all you MedakaHeads, contact me. I'll send these stickers to you. And, yeah. All right. We'll do it again next time. Outs.